Okay, good morning, everybody. Today is Tuesday, December 12th, 2023. And we have on the agenda today on the consent calendar, the University of California, Los Angeles. This is case number 5708-3, and this is for a regular variance regarding rules 203, 1134, and 3002. Based on the fact that it's on consent, we are going to go ahead and mark our exhibits. And before I do that, I wanted to make a note that we will have Ms. Adrienne Conager-Macklin, who will be replacing Mr. Pearman for the attorney member. And we have Ms. Slaughter, who will be replacing Mr. Lee as the public member. And with that, I think that was, what was the other thing?
Mentioned that she's doing it remotely.
Yes, Ms. Conager-Macklin will be doing this remotely.
Ms. Conager-Macklin, can you give us a sound check, please?
Paul?
Yes.
Yes, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear her.
We should be able to see her too when she speaks.
We did previously, but now
I did. Yeah.
Now the
Can you see me now?
no.
Paul, I think that's on our end because her camera is open.
I know. I saw her too when she spoke originally.
Yes, we can hear her. We can't see her. And when she was speaking previously, we could hear her.
And
We could
see her.
I'm sorry. So we'll wait a little bit until you can try and resolve that, Paul.
If you could turn your mic off, Madam Chair, and have Ms. Coughlin speak.
Okay.
Okay, can you see me now?
There it is.
Yeah.
Okay. I think it's
Great.
yeah, it's when her mic needs to be on by itself and everyone else's mic needs to be off. That's the key right now. We'll try and remedy that.
You need to turn your mic on right now to speak for him to.
So everybody else needs to be off, Paul? Is that what you're saying?
Well,
Except for me?
I think so. Go ahead, Ms. Conager-Macklin, one more time, and we'll try it with the chair's mic on.
All right. Can you hear me now? Can you
There
see
we
me
go.
now? All right, great.
Great.
It's good to see you, Miss Conager-Macklin. I hope you're feeling better.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
You look great.
Good to be seen.
Okay. All right. So we,
Just as a procedure, I think she should request to be on Zoom, and we just have to say it's fine, without disclosing the medical emergency, why she's doing it on Zoom, and then we can.
I did mention that earlier, but okay. Do you want to formally say that, Adrienne, that you are?
Sure, I am requesting to participate via Zoom pursuant to the amendments to the Brown Act due to a physical disability.
Thank you so much. Okay, so.
Madam Chair, and I think we can find good cause for that under the provision of the amendment
Yes,
to the
I
Brown
already
Act.
said
and
that.
there's no
Yes.
objection to that.
Yeah, we're already accepting the fact that she's going to be attending in this manner.
I think
Okay.
each individual member has to say yes.
Each member?
Yeah, I believe so. It says. Ms. Macklin may know better.
I don't believe each member has to
No.
say yes.
No.
Okay.
Okay, let's proceed. All right. As I mentioned, it's the University of California at LA, case 5708-3. This is on consent. So let's mark our exhibits. We have the revised stipulation. If everybody did you receive that, Adrienne?
The revised stipulation, yes, I
Right.
did.
Okay, great. So we're going to mark that as 1. And then we have, I'm going to go through the declarations. The declaration of Chris Perry, he's from the district, so that'll be marked as A as an apple. The declaration of Roger Jasper will be marked as number 2. The declaration of Michael Davidic will be marked as number 3. The declaration of Michael Grant Martin will be marked as number 4. The revised findings and decision of the hearing board and the proposed order will be marked as B as in boy. And then, yes, ma'am. Sorry. Okay. Let's mark that as, let's see, what was the last one? Let's mark that as 5. Thank you, Madam Clerk. The purchase orders, I'm going to call them out as number 6. There's 2 of them, 3 of them, actually 3 pages, I should say. And then all of the Gantt charts that are on here, I'm going to mark them together, and I'll be marking them as 7. And we also have an email string, which included all the questions that our engineer member, Mr. Balagopalan, had, and of which they were able to answer. And that's the reason why we have a change of the findings and decision. So that will be marked as HB number 1. And I think that's all of them, right, Al Teresa? Okay, and they will be entered into evidence. Okay, and with that, we can go ahead and we can start any deliberation. Yes.
I just need to disclose, I did some work for UCLA, the late 2021, modified an online course for them. Interestingly, it was called Cameo, but it was a computer aided management.
Yes, but that was how long ago?
Late 2021, just.
Okay, so approximately 2 years ago?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Thank you for that disclosure. All right, so with that, since you had all of the questions, Mr. Balagopalan, did you want to go ahead and start with the deliberation?
Sure, yes. I think as was presented in all the documents in the declaration, this is a huge project that they are undertaking to replace the existing cogeneration system with new ones, mainly because it's 30 years old, and also because they have to meet the new standards in Rule 1134, which requires them to meet NOx limits of 2 ppm. They're currently at 6 ppm. So they are planning to replace both the cogeneration unit one at a time, so that, and then come into compliance within a year. And so that's why I had asked a question whether it looks like it's a complex, as you can see from the Gantt chart, complex project, a lot of process they have to follow to both the demolition, renovate, and then install the new cogeneration systems. And in addition to that, they not only the cogeneration systems, also the control system, the SCR system, the ammonia injection, and then they are also putting in based on Gantt chart new SEMS, which has to be certified. And I'm assuming also the cooling system will be new also. So this again, this is the reason for the request for the variance is because there's been some delay in getting their permits to operate. There have been back and forth issues, some information needed, so that has delayed it, and so they don't have the permit to construct as yet. But they expect to get it in early part of 2024. Once they get the permit, then they can start the construction. I just want to add, this is also a Title V facility, so the permit will have to go to EPA for 45-day review. So one of the comment I made was that the district, they should ask the district to ask EPA to expedite the issuance of the approval of the Title V permit, so they can get started, because then they can issue the notice of intent to proceed with the project. So I think that laid out all the reasons why they made the 6 findings in the revised finding and decision document, and at an appropriate time, I can go through that and
Okay.
make the motion, so.
Okay, I also agree that, I don't think it's a big ask for them to, request the, the variance. And so because of the fact that this is such a huge project and they are going to be doing them one at a time, and they are doing this in compliance with the new rule that starts January 1, that's a huge undertaking. And this includes the medical facility at UCLA, as well as parts of UCLA itself. It's the Ronald Reagan Medical Center, and they have a lot of demand at that location. The fact that it's a cogen system also is kind of tricky. So they're going to have hopefully, success in this, but I'm hoping that there won't be any roadblocks in reference to waiting for the equipment and or installation and or any of the testing that's going to be required. So my hat's off to them for giving us this really detailed Gantt chart, because it really tells you all of the tasks that need to be done. Many of them will be overlapping, but they have a huge process and responsibility ahead of them. And hopefully they can get it by the date that they have stated. My concern also is always permitting. This is going to take approximately 2 years to get the permit. Approximately, how long is it going to take to get the permit?
They expect to get it within the beginning of first quarter next year, first quarter.
Okay, so then they applied for it last year.
Yeah, they
So it'll
applied.
be like a year and a half or so.
Yeah, they applied on within the deadline
Yes,
listed in the rule,
yeah.
but there were some issues that they had to resolve.
Right, and we're gonna have other organizations like this that are going to have to also come into compliance January 1st. So this is gonna be, I think we're gonna have many between now and then. Well, and I don't know whether we have any others that are like this, though. Not to my knowledge, and they would have had to have been by the end of this year. So in any case, I am in favor of granting the variance for them. And did you want to go ahead and do go through them, or do you want me to do it?
No, I can make the 6 findings and then
Are there any other
board members have
comments
anything
from
to add,
board
so.
members?
Yeah, I just do want to echo that it is a significant undertaking, and I appreciate the agency's diligence in laying out the project timeline, and also providing or moving forward with the expedited procurement efforts, because it appears that they already have everything available to start construction as the timelines outline. So I agree with the decision to move forward this way.
I also wanted to thank the AQMD staff for working with them diligently and trying to help them get this moving forward. Did you have any comments, Ms. Conacher-Macklin?
No, I totally agree with the comments that have been made by my colleagues, and I believe I can make the requisite 6 findings as well.
Thank you. Okay, Dr. Abraham, any comments? Okay, thank you. All right, and we don't have anybody from the members of the public?
No members with their hands raised, Madam Chair.
Okay, thank you, Madam Clerk. Okay, Mr. Balagopan, did you want to go through the 6 findings for?
Yeah, I'll make the 6 findings. So the petitioner will be in violation of Rule 203B, 3002C1, and specifically 1134 D32 by not meeting for the existing cogeneration, not meeting the 2 ppm limit. They're currently at 6 ppm. So that's so the non-compliance is due to beyond reasonable control. They did apply in a timely manner. However, the permit still has not been issued for them to proceed with the construction and the replacement of the unit. So it is, for all the reasons, it's really beyond their reasonable control to comply, right, with the rule limit. And again, it's a huge project. It's going to take, I think they indicated it's a $55 to $60 million capital project, and it's going to take a whole year for the whole project to be completed. The closing of taking would be without a corresponding benefit, reducing a contaminant, while there will be excess emission approximately 145 pounds per day from the excess initially. Then once they have the first cogen unit down, then it'll reduce to about half of that, because then only the second one will be running. But the end of the year, when the project is completed, there'll be the net benefit is approximately 26 tons of NOx that'll be reduced as a result of the lowering of the standard for the NOx from 6 to 2 ppm in the installation of the new unit. So the closing of benefit would be without a corresponding benefit in reducing. So the harm to the petitioner outweighs benefit to air quality. This is a university, and there's a lot of departments and buildings, the medical center, that depend on this facility for continued electricity, heating, and cooling. So that it's a essential part of for the facility to operate the cogen units. Petitioner has given consideration curtailing operation. I think they did look, and I think we got it in the document in one of the declaration. They looked at renting boilers, but then I think they came to the conclusion that it will be one cost prohibitive, and it would not. They don't have the space and so forth. However, they did talk about they will still rent one boiler, and they're working on getting the permit for that rental boiler to supplement any additional heating that they have to do.
Yeah,
So,
and I just wanted to add also within that realm of trying to find other solutions, they also tried to, or thought about relying totally on DWP, but realized that that may not be the most prudent thing to do, because they also would then be subject to any outages that DWP would have. So I just wanted to add that in there.
right. Thank you. Yeah, and then also during the period of variance, in fact, they will reduce excess emission to the maximum extent feasible, again by reducing by taking the first unit out. That'll cut down by half almost the excess emission, and then they will be continuing to monitor they still have the SEMS that will be operating, so they will still be monitoring the NOx emission and until the project is completed. And then they'll somewhere, when the first unit is up and running, and they will have the SEMS certified. I did mention that in the and so they are going to request an expedited review of the SEMS approval, but they don't anticipate any delay in getting that the SEMS approved. So it does appear that based on all and what they've listed in the proposed findings, that they can make, we can reasonably make all the 6 findings necessary to grant the variance.
I agree with that totally. Any other discussion from board members? Okay, Ms. Conager-Macklin, any comments?
No.
Okay, thank you. All right, Mr. Balak, did you want to go ahead and
Yeah.
proceed?
So in the matter of UCLA, University of California, Los Angeles, case number 5708-3, I move that we grant a regular variance commencing January 1, 2024 and continue through December 31st, 2024 from Rule 203B, 1134D3 and 3002C1 for the petition equipment that is listed in the permit that was attached in the petition for the cogeneration unit A, application number 578699, and cogeneration unit B, application number 578701, which is located at their facility at the UCLA Ronald Reagan Medical Center at 731 Charles E. Young Drive, South Los Angeles. And if the conditions are as listed as in the revised amended finding and decision document. And I think that we just need to make the changes of the board members who are present, I think Ms. Macklin and Ms. Slaughter, as the alternate. So I think that's the only change. And the excess emission, as indicated, will be about 145 pounds per day of NOx. And there's a condition to pay the excess emission fee quarterly,
Yes.
once, starting sometime in March or April of next year. And I
Okay.
think that concludes my motion.
Okay, thank you. And this is located at 781. I just had that address.
I just mentioned it.
Okay, great. So do we have a second?
Second,
All right, thank you. All right, any discussion on the motion? All right, Ms. Conager Macklin, how do you vote?
aye.
Ms. Slaughter?
Aye.
Dr. Abraham?
Aye.
Mr. Balagopalan?
Yes.
And I also vote aye, and it is unanimous. We will grant this a regular variance. And unless there's anything else, any members of the public who want to make any comments regarding either this matter or any other matter regarding the hearing board?
Madam Chair, there are no hands raised at this time.
All right, thank you. Okay, so this matter is then closed, and unless there's anything else, we can go ahead and adjourn. And thank you, Ms. Conager Macklin. I hope you're feeling better.
Thank you so much.
Okay. Thank you, board members, for appearing, and I think we have a member of the legal department. Thank you very much for all the work that was done on this, together with UCLA, to make sure that this was going to go forward. Thank you so much. Okay, so with that, we are adjourned. What do you have? Do you have anything else? Okay, we are adjourned. Thank you so much.